morning, good afternoon, good evening. I am your host, Data T, and this is my channel, The Good Guys. Guys, today's story comes out of East Feliciana. Did some research, and this is in the state of Louisiana. And the title reads, 12-year-old killed armed burglar during home invasion. Now, guys, I have dubbed this week as Kids Week, where I am going to bring you nothing but children using firearms to defend themselves, defend their families, siblings, etc. Okay? So, before we get into today's story, guys, if you wouldn't mind leaving a like, leaving a comment, subscribe. Remember, we are still on that road to 1,000 subscribers. Okay, we're getting ready to hit 200 subscribers, and I thank you guys. We are definitely moving forward. And you guys can still hit me on Twitter, on Minds, on TruthSocial. Starting to branch out to other platforms, but I love to talk. So I have no problem answering questions, no problem even asking questions of even you as well. All right. So let us start with today's story.
More about a truly scary East Feliciana Parish. The sheriff there says a 12-year-old shot and killed an armed man who broke into his family's home.
Perry Robinson's been digging into this case for us. Perry, what else did you learn tonight about this one?
Hey guys, I went to the neighborhood where this happened to find out more about the incident. The people I spoke with were so nervous about this, they didn't feel comfortable talking on camera. Fear, anxiety, and panic. Those were some of the words people in this Clinton neighborhood used after investigators say a 12-year-old was forced to kill a man who broke inside his family's home. According to the East Feliciana Parish Sheriff's Office, early Wednesday morning, Brad LeBlanc and two others went to a home on this dead-end street and reportedly forced a woman inside. The child, wanting to protect his family, allegedly ran and got a gun, shooting LeBlanc. Deputies arrested the two other suspects, Jonathan Barker and Jennifer Bond. The sheriff says the young boy will not face any charges at this time, adding the family has been through enough.
Now, guys, I'm going to tell you something. Law enforcement is particularly adverse, or they rarely want to charge children, okay? Especially when it comes into a case of self-defense. Even in some cases where children tragically shoot themselves, they rarely charge the parents, as they usually cite, hey, the family has gone through enough, just like in this case. Okay, now, a couple things we have to tackle. The first thing, was that firearm secure? Now, it could be secure for the homeowner, secure for the grandma. In others' eyes, they would say no, because the child was able to access that firearm. Now, in my opinion, this is what should happen. You know, I think if the parent, if the sibling, if the caretaker is incapacitated, and that child has got training from the guardian parents or whoever, and they are able to come to the aid of themselves, of their siblings, and of their parents, I have no problem with it. I have no problem with this 12-year-old shooting and ending another man's life for the preservation of their family. Some people do not like this at all, and I am going to highlight this for this week, and I believe it is necessary for children to learn how to use a firearm. There should be classes for it. There should be a program that allows children to learn about guns. It should be, I believe, in almost every school. Now, you will definitely get pushback from many people who say, no, we shouldn't do this, and I disagree. Let's hear the rest of this story, because this 12-year-old is a hero. And what would we do if this 12-year-old boy didn't have the mind to protect his grandmother? Every child will protect their parents, protect their loved ones, protect even their brothers and sisters. So kudos to this 12-year-old man, this 12-year-old boy, young man, who has defended his family.
Don't know what you tell a kid like that. I mean, that is such a horrific incident that I tried to put myself in that position this week, thinking when my children were 12 years old, if they'd have had to do that, what would I have told them?
Sheriff Jeff Travis says he is kept in close contact with the mom. She told him that her son is doing okay and that she has already taken the steps to get him the help he needs.
The support of the family and the community, and the fact that the mother is understanding that he's going to need some treatment and need to be able to talk to people and try to help him understand that he's a very normal person being put into a very abnormal situation.
The sheriff did not give any details about why this break-in happened. He says the case will go to the DA's office once they wrap up their investigation. Guys, back to you.
Now, I sympathize with this child who was able to successfully defend his family, and there is no question that the children will need help processing this. I don't want any baby, any child having to shoot off an attacker. And this is why I believed, even at the ripe old age of 70, you should still be carrying. You should, it's almost a case of, how come you didn't defend yourself? And I really don't want to get into the blame of the grandmother of how come you weren't able to protect yourself. Because we can go there. And I think in some cases we should go there. Because if you are not going to protect yourself, you are effectively almost relying on other people to protect yourself. And some people will come in, some people won't. And in this case, it was her grandson. And I guarantee if you were to ask her if she had foresight of this problem, would she default in saying, oh no, my grandson can protect me? I don't think this grandmother would believe that. I don't think she would even sign off to that. I think she would say, if I knew this was going to happen, I would have carried my firearm. And the whole issue here is that she didn't. She is blameless in this. I mean, she is in somewhat innocent to this, because these people that do this to attack people, they're evil. They're evil. They're criminals. And, we have no idea when they're going to strike. But in that reality, in that instance, you should be able to protect yourself. And in terms, you protect your grandchild or your children so that they don't have to go through this situation. I don't want to blame and lay the entire blame at the grandmother, but hindsight, if this ever happened again, would you as a parent, would you as a grandparent, would you as a legal guardian have your firearm just in case, so this would not happen, so your child does not have to go through this? And I'm going to tell you this, it could happen, where you do have your firearm and you don't even get a chance to use your firearm. Maybe they hit you from a couple yards away. How would you know? You wouldn't know. And then that child comes to your aid anyway. that can't be considered your fault either. And the situation is different for everybody. So, in closing, I will say, again, this 12-year-old is a hero, protecting his family. I hope he gets all the help that he needs, but the larger question is, do we arm children? Does the Second Amendment apply to children? Should they have the ability to keep and bear arms as well? My position is under parent supervision, but then we have to notice that some parents and guardians will become abusive to the children. So what do we do then? This is a question that I have to ask and that I must tackle through this week. But guys, what do you think? I think good men will always have guns. Good people should always have guns. Because if good men do nothing, there will be no good guys.